I'm delighted to say that as the course ends, you have completely changed your minds. And you've changed them conceptually, and you've changed them to your eternal advantage. Because if everything connects to everything else, which it does, and if you are interested in one thing, which we know you are, then you are by definition interested in what? Everything. Including what? Mathematics, physics, contemporary art, Mesopotamian history 400,000 years ago, the planets of the solar system, the art and science of growing mushrooms in the dark. Everything. What other group of people on the planet is interested in everything? What group of, no matter where you go, these humans are interested in everything. Children. And who are the best learners? Who are the most creative? Who have the best memories? Who are the most optimistic about the future? Not because they've got better brains than adults, but because they are still using theirs. Because they are still fascinated by the interconnectivity of everything. So you conclude that you yourself are like a child again. And all of this comes down to the amazing thing called a brain cell. You have a million of those. And each one of them is more powerful than a computer. And you have a million of those. And recently, a global survey was done by New Scientist magazine saying, what is the future of the planet? What is the future of the human race? And what is the potential of the human brain? And the feedback that came in from around the globe, all different aspects of science. How many of you in here are scientists? Well done. This is an excellent magazine for you, as you all are. In that blank space is the answer that the global community of scientists gave about your future, your children's future, and the potential of the brain. Anybody want to guess what these two words are? I wish it were my maps. It will be in a future edition. But it was no limits. No limits. So that is your future. And you've begun to explore it today. You've explored it well. I am pleased to announce to you that this is the last lecture I give on this tour, and that the psychology of memory says that you remember the last things. So I know that you remember the last drink you had, and who you were with, what you were wearing. You remember the last meal. You remember your last great love affair. You remember the last time you went on holiday. You remember the last things. So I am going to have to remember you, whether I want to or not. And I'm delighted to say that I will be delighted to have you as what is known as my recency memory on this trip to India. Thank you so much. Shukriyan. Shukriyan. So we formally end, but please feel free to stay to my map to chat. I will be here signing books as promised. It's been a delight. Shukriya again.
Thank you very much, Tony. Thank you. On behalf of Right Selection and the Ideas Exchange, and on the delegates here, another round of applause for Tony Buzan, please.
Thank you.
He's been looking forward to this trip for quite some time. In fact, as we said, there was a vision and dream of both of ours for many years ago. And Bangalore was his premier trip earlier this week. And Mumbai, with an audience of this size, it's been magnificent. Thank you all for your support and being here today. And it's been a memorable learning experience. We do have feedback forms on your tables. We'd greatly appreciate if you could just take a moment to share with us your feedback. We always regard feedback as a gift, and there's always areas of improvement and things that you've appreciated so we can spread the knowledge in the months and years to come through our organization. On behalf of Right Selection and the Ideas Exchange, good evening and God bless. Thank you.
And while we close, Gautam will be recording any success stories or stories you have to report that you think would help other people. Please stay.